Hello all, Chris, Illinois Piper, welcoming everybody to I think it's my third or fourth tobacco review, a part of the YTPC. And today I am, after 2 weeks of being off the air, I have finally got my thoughts on RC 5151 matured red Virginia. It comes in bulk. I got mine from Pipes and Cigars. You can get it from any of the main retailers online, or if your local brick and mortar has an online store. Like I know when I was in North Carolina, there was a tobacconist there is called Anstead's Tobacco. They have an online store. They have really, really good bulk blends. I actually started on a couple of their blends. One was their Irish Cream. It's kind of an aromatic, but I don't think it fully is. But enough of that. Also, before I fully begin, remember to support your local brick and mortar and also the online stores if your local brick and mortars don't have what you are looking for. But first, start there because those guys have a ton of knowledge. Alright, let's get down to it. A little bit of housekeeping before then. I'm smoking my Rossi Rubino 8122 KS shape, pot shape. It's a really, really great smoker. I may not be like the normal everyday people. I smoke it every single day, multiple times. I clean it once a week, sometimes once a month. But enough of that. Let's get on to the actual review. Like I said in the beginning, if you guys seen my last review on McBaren's Burley Flake, I have actually one flake of that left, and I told you guys I was going to come out with another video. Yes, it's been a little slow, but I was trying to wrap my head around this blend. I went from smoking it too wet. It was giving me a little bit of tongue bite, which isn't that bad. So definitely air or dry it out. I have the old tin somewhere of the McBaren Burley Flake. I just use that tin just to air dry, just to air out my tobacco, to let it dry out. It works very, very well. The first experiment I did with this blend was I left it air dry for about an hour to an hour and a half. It was still it was dry to the touch, because coming right out of bulk, it's gonna have a little bit of dryness, but it was mainly good consistency. It just needed a little bit of air dry, about an hour and a half. And then one day I kind of forgot that it was in the container that I normally put tobacco into dry, and it was in there for 4.5 hours. And let me tell you, after 4.5 hours, I honestly think that it smokes wonderful. The tobacco I have in here right now, it's kind of hard to see in the camera, but I've got it down to about quarter of the bowl, a little bit less than half. But as you can tell, this has actually been only air drying for about an hour and a half. But when I first started doing it, it gave me tongue bite, so I left it dry, do like little increments of longer to see how it was, and I found that about 2.5 to 4 hours. It is actually really, really good. It kind of gives it the bone dry effect, but to each his own. And also remember, these reviews are of my own personal opinion and experience with it. And it's not something that, you have to go out and buy right when I say, hey, you guys need to go buy this. If you are a beginner pipe smoker, or even intermediate or advanced, and you've never had any Red Virginias, I would recommend trying this out. I was able to get a sample from a local. Actually, I take that back. He was from YouTube. I think his tag name or his channel name is Mad Dog. I can't remember exactly, but if you go back into my playlists of videos, you'll see me. I think it's titled 515 Red Cake. It's a McClellan blend. Man, that was good. That's actually what got me started on this blend of Red Virginia, and I've been smoking it off and on for about a year. But let me relight my pipe here real fast. Sorry about that. Let me tell you guys though, this stuff, I want to actually get into blending my own tobaccos with this blend, because I think with this, I was mixing up some Cornell, and left the tail ends of my Cornell and Deals 3 Friars and a little bit of the McBaron's Old Dark Fired that I had left over recently, and I mixed it up about, if I remember correctly, it was a third 3 Friars, a little bit less than a third of Old Dark Fired, and a little bit of the Red Virginia, matured Red Virginia on the top. Man, that was good, especially from not being an experienced blender, just taking what they call the bag end, or the very, very end of the tobacco that I was jarred up. I just threw it all together, let it sit around for about a month, and man, it melded together perfectly, and it was a wonderful smoke. I need to buy more of it so I can make more, and who knows, I may be able to send some out to you guys if you want some eventually down the road. Yeah, I know my reviews are more of a ramble, but it's been a minute. It's been a while since I've been on, and it's good to catch up with you guys, see how everybody's doing. But this tobacco, when I bought it, it was about $2.75 per ounce, or about $2.50 to $3 an ounce at Pipes and Cigars. I think Smoking Pipes had it at around $3 to $4, somewhere close. It has this tobacco has a sweetness, but it also has a sourness to it. I can't really, it's kind of a ketchupy, but it's also vinegary. I get hints of like, what's the best word for that? It's kind of fruity, not citrusy, but more like the cranberry dry fruit. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually drinking a little bit of watered down cranberry juice with it, mainly to help the tongue bite. That's the other thing. Drink something. If you get tongue bite, drink something and slow down. Slow down on your smoking, on your cadence. Don't puff on it like you're a steam engine, locomotive. All you're going to do is ruin the flavor and ruin the pipe eventually. But it has according to the wife, this is according to my wife now, the room note is pleasant to tolerable. Yes, this is also from tobaccoreviews.com, but according to her, it is actually pleasant. Kind of has a when I had her smell it the first time out of the bag before I jarred it, she said that it had a fermented vinegar ketchup taste or smell to it. I say this on the strength of this is, for my preference, this is about a medium to mild to medium, unless you smoke it really, really fast, and then it kind of kicks it up a little bit from mild to medium to just medium. And for me, being that I was a cigarette smoker for a long time, I try to stick with blends that have a decent amount of nicotine content, but with the sugars, this blend has a lot of sugars, so you will get tongue bite, so just slow down. But besides that, I recommend, from my personal experience with this blend and the 2 weeks that I've had it, but then again, I've also smoked it periodically for a year when I can get it. Like I started my tobacco journey on English and Burleys and a little bit of vapors, and now I've just got into more of the vapor and Virginia Burleys, Virginia Latakitas and stuff like that, but I mainly started in English. But don't ask me what the rating on it is, because I didn't look it up. This is just a spur of the moment video. I needed to get it up really, really quick. I was on YouTube earlier and looking at all your guys' videos, all your guys' content. A couple shout outs. Giannis, from his YouTube channel name is Pipe and Tobacco. That the tamper holder that you made, man, that thing is awesome. Very, very ingenuitive. Yeah. Ingenuitive? Very ingenuitive. Sorry about that. I had to think of the word. It was on the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't say it for some reason. Also, Mel Garbage Man Piper. I seen your most recent video. I think I just put a couple comments on it. I seen it today. Granted, you put it out yesterday. Man, that raffle looks like it's gonna be awesome. That pipe that you're making, I've always wanted one of those pipes. What else has been going on besides this makeshift review that I just threw together? Everything on my end of the in my neck of the woods is great. I have to say that I still have a lot to learn from my pipe smoking I do, especially being on YouTube. I have to get more comfortable speaking. All in good time and fun, right? It's not a hobby unless you're having fun with it, right? Be just a chore then. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. This tobacco is ribbon cut. Best way that I've found for me to smoke it is to gravity fill. Basically what gravity fill is you take a pinch, or you can do like the old codgers did and just take your bag or whatever and scoop it in, shake it, scoop it in, shake it, tamp it down with your finger. I've used the end of a lighter before, like this, or if it gets all the way to the top, I just take the lighter and do that to get it kind of even, and then I come back with my actual tamper and tamp it down. But I mainly, with any blend that I get that is ribbon cut, I gravity. I either do the old codger way of scooping and shaking it down, letting it settle to the bottom, and then going again. Usually 2 times is good enough. Or I do a decent sized pinch gravity feed, about half of what I originally took, grab and put it in there, and so on and so forth until it gets to where I want it to. And then I check the draw. But besides that, I think I'm going to cut this short here for the day and try to enjoy this breezy-ish, sunny, great Hawaii weather of probably about 85 to 90 degrees with the sun out and a little bit of wind. As you can tell in the video, the trees are kind of in the background moving around. But until next time, have a good one. Keep the home pipes going. Stay safe. God bless.